Hey there, and welcome to this month's Louisville Real Estate Market Update. We are Dream Digs, and I am Ryan Gass, the owner of the company. All of our contact info is on the right-hand side here on this particular webpage. If you have any real estate related questions whatsoever, like what's my home worth, what's the market like in this neck of the woods or that neck of the woods? Do you know any handymen? I've got some odds and ends that need done around my home. The answer is yes to all of those, and we answer those type questions all the time. Now, let's switch over to this month's market update for October 2016. Let's see what the market is telling us. All right, so last month I was kind of focused on this disconnect going on here that I'm seeing between average listing price, which has done nothing but go up over the last year plus, and average sold price in Louisville. We can see that average sold price is starting to kind of trend back down as we go into the fall, early winter. Not a huge surprise there, but the average list price continues to go up. We might see a little bit of flattening out here, but this will be interesting to see how this kind of trends over the next few months. We can see if we go in dive into the numbers here, the average list price plus 20% year over year, whereas the average sale price is starting to kind of decelerate a little bit, plus 5%. That's still pretty healthy, but again, there's this battle going on between sellers and buyers, and eventually the buyer is going to win out, and the ceiling is going to be hit. And that's when you'll start to see these average list prices start to sort of come down. Next thing that kind of gets my attention is different for this time of year is the absorption rate. Normally we would start to see this kind of start to trend upwards, and if anything, it's on the downward trend, which is abnormal. Again, definition of absorption rate is if we sold every property that was sitting on the market right now with no new properties coming on the market, how long would it take us to burn up all the inventory that's sitting out there? And so, right now we're running between 3.5 months. That's very low. And again, going into the fall winter season here, I would expect to see the trend line reverse and go back up, but thus far it's not. So that's an outlier. That's interesting. Also, days on the market. A guy could say the same thing about that as well. Going into the fall season here, October, we should start to see an uptick in average days on the market. Properties starting to sit around a little bit longer, but it's kind of flattening out. That tells me there's still some hungry buyers out there. Now we'll see what happens November, December, January, but thus far that's looking abnormal and interesting. And so that means, again, buyers are serious going into the fall selling season. And of course, we always want to pull up the average volume and sale price in the Louisville area to see what's going on. This graph here shows us what's been going on over the last 2 3/4 of a year or so, going back to January 2014. The bars here are is the sales volume, okay, and the black trend line here is the average sold price in Greater Louisville. We can see this time this year versus October of last year from a volume standpoint, a little bit higher this time versus last year at this time, but the average sold price, obviously, October 2016 versus October 2015, quite a bit higher, quite a bit healthier there. So that's a good thing. Let's switch over now to the neighborhood area, because I think people like to enjoy seeing what their neck of the woods looks like. And then, of course, as we dive into the neighborhoods, everybody's favorite here, one thing that kind of captures my attention that everyone watching this should perk up and take notice here. Other than the central downtown district and a portion of Old Louisville, other than that, which is still clocking in at an average continual days on the market of 105 days, other than that one section of Louisville, there's not one section of Greater Louisville with an average continual days on the market average of greater than 90 days. That is phenomenal. And the reason I point that out is because we know from a statistical standpoint that if a home sits on the market for greater than 90 days before going under contract, there is a 71% chance that it won't sell at all. So what I'm being told by the market here is that the vast majority of houses that are going up onto the market on average are being sold, and being sold fairly quickly. Under 90 days is certainly fast, and most of these are quite a bit less than that. So that's a good sign, good healthy sign. All right, so that wraps up this monthly report. Again, Ryan Gass signing off here with Dream Digs. If you have any questions, reach out, give us a call, shoot us an email. We'll get your questions answered. Thanks for watching.